When I have public comment, state your name and what ward you live in, and you'll have a couple of minutes to speak.
Hi. Good evening. Kay Riviello from the 4th Ward. A lot of suggestions have come out of our team here, Mr. Wortman and I. Just to name several, let's see. I've been asking for time studies since last year. I asked for market value assessments so that we could tighten up staffing. You can't really figure out how efficient a person is doing without detailed time studies. People's salaries cannot be justified without market value studies, which I hope that we can work on this year. I don't know if that's a pipe dream. I also discussed cameras on police vehicles to cut down on liability. The chief does want that. We should talk about things that we might not be able to afford. Mr. Wortman had brought up the dispatcher. He was the first one to bring it up, but let's all bring it up, even though we might not be able to afford it in that particular budget. At least it's a suggestion. I also suggested that we do something different with the garbage trucks, similar to the private companies, to cut down on the work comp so that they don't have to lift the trash themselves. I also suggested that in the Department of Recreation that we take a real hard look at whether we are paying for babysitting for people that could afford their own babysitting. Are we doing daycare for these 25, 30 children every day? I also wondered how their transport was provided, who paid for that. And of course, one of the big ones, the subtotals, by the way, the 2 complaints that we had was that the budgets themselves were not clear from line to line, and also that the subtotals weren't provided. We had to sit and ask for them. I think there was even one department that didn't have them handy. The big one seemed to be the overtime. I truly hope that we can make an effort this year to decrease the overtime in both the police department and the Department of Public Works. It seems like maybe it's time to think out of the box, maybe with security guards for soapbox derby instead of paying police officers time and a half. I think that sending out emails, I've discussed this in the past, that sending out emails to people in the greater community is really not going to get the public to attend Common Council. So many people have said to me that they don't know about these proceedings, that they're intimidated by these proceedings. I've even had people say that they're afraid of retribution for speaking out. I'm horrified by that. I think that we need to do a better job in getting the public here, whatever we have to do that. I'm glad to hear that all these things will be reconsidered month to month as we go by. The big thing that wasn't mentioned too much in these budget proceedings, the last point I'd like to make, is that the tax ratables for this past year have been just as pathetic as they've always been. We not only have to talk about cutting the budget, we have to start talking about making money and doing something different that's been done from the past 10 years. Thank you.